volume fucked up. But I also don't hear the volume.
Uh-oh. Here we are, boys and girls. This is Entertainment's backing track. Unfortunately, it's very quiet, so we're just going to talk our way through this. It's a good night. See, there's a bunch of stuff. Moose, fish. Make a lot of little jokes. Ah, there he is.
See, and I'm looking down there.
There we go. Yeah, we're looking at the other screen. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Blanks and Fattie Show.
Welcome, Chef. Long time. I hope you've had a good week.
Let's hit it. Thanks, Entertainment, for playing us in.
Every time.
Every time. So, we don't have a topic tonight, which means we get to have some fun. It's going to be a great time.
All time?
All the time.
So Chef is here. The sticker you is really pissing me off, Chef.
I got problems and you folks are going to hear about them.
So I might have to go a different route for your guys' prizes. I really want to do the stickers. They actually look really cool. I was going to pull them up to show Fattie what they look like. Mm-hmm. I got a pair because I want the McMilk fucking emote sticker and the voodoo sticker because it actually comes in. You can kind of see your face. Like it's pretty funny. Oh,
that's pretty great. That was interesting. Yeah, because that's where you got the previous stickers, right?
No,
I thought that was your sticker.
No, Megan told me to go to these, so I went to went here and got these stickers from
It's very bright, Ned.
Sorry.
People look at my eyes. They're like, "Oh, like holy shit!" But. Yeah, we're just checking out the sticker site here really fast. So I had to cancel my vacation plans, Blanks.
Okay, anyways, so you're not going across seas? Because I can't babysit. I'm sorry.
I had to cancel my plan. No. So I had my flight all handled, and then some shit went down, and I was going to spend Christmas in Kandahar, but I guess that isn't happening now. Kandahar. See, that's what happens, and that's why we should have gotten out of Afghanistan a long time ago. People are like, the fuck is Kandahar? I have made that joke to 10 people, and everyone just looks at me like, what? And I was like, yeah, Kandahar. And they go, what's Kandahar? Then I go, oh. Kandahar was in Afghanistan. Anywho, yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah?
Yep. We don't even have to put a political spin on it, but holy shit, like, how do you feel about that whole thing? I want to know where you sit on it. Don't worry about the politics side of it, but like, holy shit, the 20-year war is over.
I told you that there was a war going on, and you said we're in no combat, and now we're saying that the war is over, Zach or Fattie. Sorry, I'm Doc. Hi, I've had a very lazy afternoon, and I haven't done much, and I worked. But anyways,
so what happens is I'm like, hey man, what do you want to talk about tonight? How about go fuck yourself? That's okay. And then I did. And so you're getting the worst kind of Power 5 you could possibly get, which is a non-topic Power 5. You are going to answer. This will test your world knowledge
of non-topics.
Your logic, your reasoning. It will test everything.
Oh man.
So, oh god. Yeah, we're going to pucker your butthole, just like my butthole is puckered by Lone Pines.
Dude, that
Blueberry
is
Sparkler American
like the most sour beer I've ever had. Like, I like good tart.
It's an enjoyable sour, though. It's an enjoyable sour. It's really good. It's like, you ever have you've had a few, like, hard seltzers over time, right?
I've tried a majority of them.
Yeah, what do you think? How do you feel about hard seltzers?
They're less filling. I drink seltzers just because, I like water and I really cut myself off with soda. And I found out, so yesterday I was working, and now it's on your side. I was helping out at a restaurant, working some kitchen work, throwing some pies down for all those who don't know. I make a mean pie. And by pie, I mean a pizza. But anyways, so I was helping out.
By pizza, he means pies. It can be very confusing.
So I was throwing down some pies. And they give me a little bit of soda. And that one little bit of soda, I have been off of soda for like months. And I was just like back to that soda machine there for like 5 minutes. I was like, God damn, this is...
It's so good, this Diet Coke. Yeah, well, what kind of soda was it? Don't keep us in
I
suspense.
think it was just Pepsi. They don't have very much of a soda option.
Mm-hmm.
There, I'm a Dr. Pepper fan. And if I don't get Dr. Pepper, I do Mr. Pibb. But the best Dr. Pepper there is, and everybody's like, oh, it's the cherry Dr. Pepper. Or the vanilla cherry Dr. Pepper. No, it's the cream soda Dr. Pepper.
One of the most dangerous men I know has one daily Diet Dr. Pepper. And probably has for 30 years. I love Diet Dr. Pepper and I love Diet Coke.
It tastes a lot like regular Dr. Pepper.
It does. And most people, I feel like most people don't like regular Dr. Pepper. But you have to remember, I grew up nearby a town called Lisbon. And for those of you who don't know about Lisbon Falls in Maine, you've probably heard of Moxie. And
Ooh.
Guess where that disgusting shit came from?
The river. I heard it was the river.
It came from us, and we were fucking proud of it. And we still have festivals in Lisbon and Lisbon Falls on Moxie Day. And there's also Moxie bars. And now there's a Moxie barge cruise. Or something like that. They were like a Moxie boat ride. It sits nearby a dam. It's just after a dam.
God
and so
damn.
you can like river ride in a boat and drink Moxie. Because that's what people come to Maine for. If they're over 60.
I'm going to tell you what. I came home one of the days that Quiz was hanging out here. And Quiz got a lot of time to explore the area that I live because I worked. And I gave him my bike and I said, good luck. And Quiz luckily likes to ride bikes. So he went out and pedaled around. And I get home one night and I look over on the table and there's a fucking Moxie sitting on it. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like, I don't know what. I mean, even Mainers don't like Moxie.
Did he have it? Did he like it?
Yeah, he was drinking the Moxie.
Yeah. Well, God bless him then, because he did something that's very hard to do, which is impress somebody with Moxie. Hey, Interdeviant, what's up, man? Welcome. Thanks for jumping in. Always good to have you. We had a little bit of an audio issue here at the very beginning, so we missed the first half of your song. So we'll have to have an extra long play out.
Extra long play out.
Extra long play out.
Extra long time.
But,
so
yeah.
for all those that are joining, we don't really. I don't really know. I mean, I feel like we could give you a bunch of show updates. Schedules are going to change. Tonight's going to be the first of all, fuck Blizzard, okay? For some reason, they're telling me that I'm doing suspicious acts. I'm like, I suck at this game. Why are you banning my account? But my Xbox still works. Mm-hmm. So mandatory Overwatch, I was going to actually cancel mandatory Overwatch and probably do it Saturday nights. Because I gotta start getting up early again, going back on the early shift. So
now it's semi-mandatory Overwatch.
Now it's semi-mandatory Overwatch.
Show title changes have consequences.
But, yeah, and it's all console because I've been banned on the PC.
That's okay. I can't believe I haven't been banned yet for people of the internet. That has actually been a much more fun segment. I think it was number 2 absolutely sucked and it was atrocious and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing with my life as an adult? But the other ones I feel like have gone really well.
Yes.
So we got a few new followers, and if you happen to show up, well, God bless you. Enjoy the show. And thanks for being on, people.
You're right, Chef. I can definitely now play more morning games because it's not always a 12-hour shift that I'm going to be pulling. Could be anywhere from the 8-hour. I think it's mandatory 8, or trips are majority 8. It's like 5 to 1 at the earliest. The latest is like 5 to 3 or something like that. Okay. Which isn't terrible either, but that's.
So you're out in the afternoon?
Yeah.
No, that's nice having the whole day and having the whole rest of the day in front of you. Granted, like you got to go to bed at 9:30,
10.
Yeah,
10-ish.
10:30, sometimes 11. The occasional 1 a.m. It depends on how much mandatory Overwatch is.
Right. So I figured I would just cut out mandatory Overwatch on Saturday nights or Sunday nights and just bring them over to Saturday nights. Mm-hmm. We got Quid starting to play Overwatch a little bit more. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, he was asking us to play the other night.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, you boys want to play some Overwatch? We're like, oh shit, he got bit by that bug like 5 years too late. But at least he got bit by the bug. He's here now. Good.
It gives us something more to do than play Warzone. Warzone's fun and all, but like after a while, I'm just like, I'm done with Warzone. And I'm so upset. I don't know why. Because I would love to go through Modern Warzone and just actually play the actual multiplayer. That was probably one of the best multiplayers in a long time that I was playing. and it doesn't let me go on. So it's not fun right now. And I'm like, but the
playing Overwatch right now is like playing quick play Overwatch is a lot like shit posting on a forum. Like, it's fun. You're not going anywhere doing this, but it's fun. So I know I have fun playing, but God, like I said earlier, I can only make like 3 or 4 games deep most of the time. Mostly because I suck. Although sometimes I have big plays. But I don't know, man. I had an alright day, I guess.
You won 3 and you're like, I was done. And I was like, that's not the rule. The rule is you're supposed to ride this train until it's done.
I was so tired. But I was just tired and I needed a break from sitting on my butt doing nothing. But
yeah, so
yeah, like Overwatch, like Modern Warfare.
I do. I'd rather play some Modern Warfare. I might just uninstall it and reinstall it. I told a buddy of mine, I'll get Splitgate. I want to switch out some new games, try some new games. I'm still waiting. We're waiting for. I
bought a new game. Oh, I got a new game.
Is it Beat Saber 2?
Doom 3 VR.
Doom 3.
And what happened was I was like, this will probably suck, but I'll get it, and maybe Miles will want to play it, and maybe I could stream it if it's worth streaming. And then I started playing it, Mike, and he was complaining about how easy it is to get lost, and I was like, come on, kid, it's Doom. Get real, it's not that hard. And then I put on the goggles, and I was like, yeah, I'm lost. And you have to stand like this and hold the control. It only goes off the DualShock, so you're holding it down by your hip, like the Doom guy does with his gun, and you have to use your wrist, and it's so not satisfying. Give me a motion controller. Let me at least do a motion controller like a gun or something. I don't know. It's bad.
Chef, is Splitgate's on Steam? Because I was looking for it and it didn't even come up. But yeah, I want to play some Splitgate. I heard Splitgate was kind of fun. It's a cross. It just went cross platform, and it's another.
What is Splitgate?
It's another. I haven't even seen any gameplay. I was told about
Splitgate. You guys are listening, right? Tell us more about Splitgate.
I don't know. I just heard that it's now a cross platform. It's another arena game.
Okay.
There's these gates that you teleport back and forth through, and I'm not 100% sure more than that.
Okay. Is it like a third-person shooter, first-person shooter?
Portal meets Halo.
Portal meets Halo. All right. Okay. I'll let you try it out. And if you like it, I'll play. So, I remember when Halo first came out, the game was fucking awesome because if you knew how to get headshots with the pistol and you were a decent sniper, you had no more friends after 2 months. So it was a great way to get quiet time alone to yourself on the weekends. Is what that game was. That game was great. Or Double Needler in Halo 2. Oh, yeah. Double Needler or Beam Sword. That's when you send Ricky the fuck home. Use a gun, Ricky. Shoot bullets.
Don't you want to tell me about Ricky?
Fucking Ricky guy. Let me tell you all about Ricky.
Yeah, no, I have a guy at work I played with. I want to try that.
Neither is the best weapon.
It is definitely one of the best weapons.
Dude, because Halo 2 is when they incorporated the dual wield system, right? Mm-hmm. Which was a great idea. They did it well at the time, and if you ran double needlers, you could really ruin the house. That's what the kid who I didn't have Xbox. I didn't have Halo. Whenever I played Halo, I went to my friend's house, and they were always better than me at Halo.
Because they had the needlers.
So what happened was, by the time Halo 2 came around, I was a much better first-person shooter. I was, and I was starting to beat my friends. And then Halo 2 comes out, and the fucking double needler ruined my life for three different cousin visits and 2 friend visits. Fuck.
What about because before that was GoldenEye. GoldenEye was before that, and learning how to maneuver through GoldenEye. And then you got that one guy that was gonna play Odd Job and freaking make him crawl around the whole time.
Oh yeah, well, what happens is you play against your friend. Here's how it actually happened. I didn't own an N64, but I had a friend who did. And so what I would do is I would go over to his house, and he played Perfect Dark and he played GoldenEye. And what would happen is imagine you're playing GoldenEye, and you're always losing against the kid who owns the game. You always lose until you win. And then he says, "Ha, that's pretty funny." And then he picks that little fucking squat midget motherfucker.
Yeah. And then he puts only on golden gun or bazookas.
Oh boy, there we go. We got J. Rod Ward 216 and Ice the Man Sam and HRP. Looks like we got some bots here. This is a mod call. It's time to ban the undesirables. Send them forth from whence they came. Thank you guys. You are the best. You're the best, and that's why we keep you around. Fucking yeeted him right out of there.
Get him out of there.
You can hear the splat. That was one of my favorite. Like, everybody loves Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but one of my favorite parts of that movie is, you remember the tower in Swamp Castle?
Yes.
So when Lancelot shows up to save the princess and finds out it's a very effete prince, and he makes friends with the king cuts the rope and the prince falls, right? And they're talking and they leave the room and you just hear those, ooh. And when he hits the ground, dude, that shit would set me off as a kid, and it still sets me off now. That was probably my favorite part of that movie, was just the ooh.
Because fart jokes are funny.
Oh, it was like a little, like, hit the ground, like a splat.
Yeah, but that's.
We don't have a splat. I feel like we could use that as a sound effect. Ooh. We got to be able to find that somewhere. Oh man, I would love to add that to the board.
To the board.
I submit that to the board.
To the board meeting.
Yeah.
To the board console.
Yep, to the CEO himself. So what businesses are good businesses these days? Where do you want to spend your money?
People of the internet.
It's a deal. You've already invested.
God damn.
Yeah, I think you owed half of that one. People in it, that has been fun. I am trying to figure out like how to actually, like, I did read up on the rules and conditions in preparation for the hot tub episode. Like, I was like, if there's any shit in here that's on this shit, I'm gonna talk about it. And there only sort of was. They're abiding by terms and conditions, which is why I was like, okay, as long as they do that, fuck. But there's a lot of language use terms. There's a lot of conditions.
I mean, that's loopholes. That's contracts in general.
And what they basically say is, what they advocate for is that you have to show good judgment in terms of like your general rule. So like, if you're not saying these things, if you're not doing these things, but say someone jumps into your chat and goes, Edward, and then you're just like, holy shit, and you gotta kick him really fast. Like, if you kick him, they won't get you. They'll be like, well, he was just, he kicked this guy off. He knows that you're not supposed to do stuff like that. And then what happens though is you have people who are clearly on drugs, and like definitely on drugs. And then you have a heartfelt conversation with a teenager from deep in rural North Carolina. I've been having a great time with that show because I still don't get to go to bars very often.
So I bring the 6-pack to the people.
Yeah, exactly. I bring the beer to you.
Especially that Wedge.
Yeah.
You brought the beer to me.
Oh my gosh. I got this one for you because you were tired.
I didn't leave the house all day.
You were a sleepy boy. I showed up and he was like, man, I almost threw a Cheez-It box to your head, but I'm too tired. So here's a hazy little thing.
Just a hazy
little thing today. Nice cold light ale. Nothing to knock your knickers loose there, guy.
Yes. Energy is in the lead with the bits. And I believe...
Dude, banning people's the best, isn't it, Chef? Holy shit, it's so good. I don't know what Squelch Chat does in Overwatch.
I don't know what that does either.
Huh, I'm going to have to look that up.
You ban all the internet people together.
Oh, yes.
Kick them out. So, we skipped over news. And
we did skip over news. Let's hit news.
I do have something I want to talk about in the news because I thought it was interesting and I actually kind of read it.
Yeah, it's random topic night. We are just going to go
so
wherever we go.
A lab made a mini brain grow their own set of eyes.
All right. So a lab made a mini brain.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking awesome. Go on.
and then they added little eyes to it so they can work the sensors. So there's these little brains that
Are they pretty eyes? Are they pretty eyes?
No, they look like little like raisins.
Those look like if a chocolate chip was also like deer poop.
That's the little brain.
There you go. It's just a little guy.
So and then there's Blizzard Dairy Queen. Now I want a Blizzard.
He's seeing it. The ads are popping up. And he's like, "Fuck, I'm hungry."
Fuck. Scientists research grew mini brains with their own set of eyes, according to a new study. Organs are
organoids.
Organoids are
ergonoids.
I
remember where the organoids came.
Miniature versions of organs that scientists can grow in the lab from stem cells, or cells that can be matured into any type of cell in the body.
Okay.
So they're doing some stuff over there.
So it's stem cell experimentation.
So I was always telling Fattie this because that was the run for it. But so now we're building little mini brains and already manipulating, and we're maybe experimenting with spacecraft that maybe travel through time or go through dimension, right? Or so I'm telling you, we are the aliens that came back and impregnate the monkeys. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm thinking. And you know what? And this is why I don't like to go on your people on the internet, because I come up with these theories and these people on there are like, all right, who's the zombie fucker over there?
It gets to be a dark place because then like, which one of y'all wants to submit to 23andMe? We gonna find out who's part monkey, and then you're like, holy shit.
Speaking of which,
ooh.
I got my results. I am what I always thought I am. 27% Scottish and 27% Spanish.
Well, there
or
we
26. Go. Or 26 and 26.
God, I was really hoping for 1/16 black.
Ooh. Chef takes the lead.
It's a bit off. It's a bid war. He does it while Porter deviates off taking a shit. Like, man, he can't go to the bathroom. This guy walks up to the desk. He's like, hey, man. There you go. I love it, Chef. So sorry. So they made a brain with eyes.
Yes.
And you can absolutely believe that AI could learn how to do that too, right? That's all I'm saying. So that's end time shit right there.
Is it the AI that comes back in the spaceship to pregnate the monkeys? Is that what you're saying?
God, I mean, they absolutely could. So, like, let's say...
I mean, it makes more sense about the kind of creatures that are coming back, right? 4-armed fucking beings, like, that's kind of weird. But if it's AI, totally makes sense.
But man, what if the robots... What if they... Oh my god, the AI builds robots, and what the robots can do is they can have a symbiotic relationship with this stem cell tissue. And so they could essentially be like reverse Borg, where Borg start off as like, a flesh and bone creature, and then they give it robot parts. This starts off as robot parts, but then it gets human features and human additions.
Does it get a uterus? Is it going to have babies?
No. It does not have a rewards card at Bed Bath & Beyond. Oh shit! Canceled.
So then, is that going to be like? Is that going to be the next big thing? Then, like, then is the AI going to be discriminatory against?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they will be treated with discrimination as they use their high-powered photon cannons to blast holes in you if they could see you.
If they walk into my bar, can I turn around and be like, I don't serve your kind here?
They'll shoot you with the laser beam. Man, these things are taking over. They're not fucking around.
No.
They're still more robot. They're accomplishing a directive.
They're more robot than man now?
They've always been more robot than man, but they become more human as the seasons go on. Netflix, you're welcome.
Do they have feelings? Do they grow?
Eventually, they become human enough to impregnate monkeys. Boom, there you go. See, you just got a whole arc right there. Hey, space, how's it going? Welcome to the show. We're talking about androids impregnating monkeys from space.
History Channel at night.
Yeah, the new History Channel show, Alien Robot Cyborg. Orgy. Oh my god. They get the guy with the big hair to jump in and say, Aliens. And they've got a hit.
Dude, I love that guy.
Everybody loves him, and I don't blame them. He's actually a really nice-seeming guy.
He's funny.
He's
definitely... I totally feel like in real life, he's a tool.
No, I think he goes home, and I think he undoes his tie, and I think he pulls it down, and his wife says, "How was work today, honey? How was the show?" And he looks at her, and he says, "Yeah, it was all right, yeah."
Is that what you've been telling your wife lately?
I know, right? Takes off my brown sports jacket. Oh, I had to wear my hair all big again and say aliens. The producers wouldn't let me comb my hair.
She's like, and then she looks at you, she's like, aren't you half of the producers? Yeah.
I think producers saw him on a bad hair day and were like, we're seizing the moment. Get this guy out. The eventual NFTs they make from this meme will be worth millions. So, and as it is, that's actually my new chess icon. Like when I play chess, if you ever want to play me on chess, join chess.com. Chess.com, where you can play chess on the internet. See, now we're doing free advertising.
Oh.
Another random segment, which actually you got 4 minutes left. We're still doing Power 5, everybody. This one's going to be a little tough. What do you want to talk about?
Has anybody watched the new Titans? Because I'm really glad that HBO took over that show.
Why's that?
I mean, they were on DC originally. This is Titans, as in like the Teen Titans and in the DC world. And I'm very critical on my DC shows, but I've been kind of watching it because I was hoping that at some point, they start off with Dick Grayson just leaving Batman, and he still wears the Robin suit. And this is about the story about Dick Grayson becoming on his own.
My brother is, and he watched like 7 episodes in one day, says Chef. Oh, all right. There we go.
The new season just came out. It's like 4 episodes in right now, and it's I like it. It's the production quality has gone up. They have Beast Boy in it, and it's Beast Boy barely transformed in the last seasons because there was still low budget, so they would occasionally have the line and stuff. I feel like these are gonna work up to transforming into a bear and stuff, but they have the CG. They have the CG tool.
Sorry, I'm listening. Sorry, that was just funny. How
the CG tool they have now for it is higher quality than the lower shit that they had. And right now their story arc is probably it's one of my favorite story arcs, and it's a Batman story, but they switched over and replaced Nightwing as the Batman character, and they're doing the whole right now Under the Red Hood, or the Red Hood story where Jason Todd gets the shit kicked out of him by the Joker.
Well, doesn't Bruce Wayne think he dies and then he comes back?
Yeah. Well, he does die, and then they
Lazarus him or something.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay.
But it has their own spin on it, and I've been really interested. We're caught up to the new episodes. I actually have a text Chi-Chi about that. He texts me and asks me, "Do you watch the show?" And I like to tell him, "I don't watch TV."
I'm waiting for him to get the next Ninja Turtles comic book.
Is it out yet?
So I can read it because he totally gives them to me.
I don't even know if it's out yet.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but I'm actually looking forward to it. I've been attracted to that story. That's been a good one. I like where they went. I
have the 2 sitting on my coffee table. I still haven't read it yet.
Oh shit! Well, I definitely won't say anything.
And then I sent. I had a second copy of the first edition, and that was part of the prizes that FTD Nation got. So, and again, I'm pissed off about these stickers. I might just find something cooler, something stupider. Maybe.
Oh, horns are $20, everybody. And with speaking of that, you know what? We're about 30 seconds early, but we're going to start the Power 5 because we need to carry the momentum. And what we're going to do is we're going to run with it screaming wildly.
Hair on fire?
So, since we had no subject tonight, what I did was the Monty Python equivalent of what I normally do, which is I normally write it between the shower and just like having stuff to... Yeah, I bring my phone in the shower. I'm one of those people. I'm like, oh, let's read Reddit. Then I normally do that. But tonight, since we didn't have a topic... If I don't have a topic, I don't make a Power 5. So, this one was prepared at great expense and at the very last minute. And thus is going to be probably one of the harder ones. Blanks, I want to know, are you ready?
Do I know what love is? No.
No, we're not getting that abstract.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question 1. Actually, where's the time? Can I steal your timer?
No!
Oh, you can have your timer. That's fine. But you gotta run it. You gotta check yourself. You actually get to sit in front of the timer. Nobody else gets that. They're just sitting there, I'm like, you have 15 seconds, 12 to 11, 9. And they're sitting here saying, what the fuck? That's not how time works.
Yeah, I don't use the timer sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sometimes we just stop timing because it's gone too far. All right, are you ready?
Maybe.
Question number 1.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Question number 1. What is the largest mountain on Earth? Tallest.
Tallest?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's like the Andes? No, not.
Oh no.
Internet, help! No. I swear it's the
You have 10 seconds, Blanks.
Andes.
It's not the Andes Mountains. That's in South America.
Oh.
It's in Tibet.
I
I climbed Mount
Everest.
Yeah, time. There we go.
That's where the abominable snowmen are.
That's the abominable snowman. Want you to forget. Never forget. All right. Question number 2. What region in the world represents the deepest part of the ocean?
What region?
Yeah. What's the deepest part of the ocean?
It's all on the fucking on the minute now.
It's really hard when you put a timer in front of somebody and start answering questions. This is true.
And you hear the name of it like hundreds of times.
10 seconds. Oh, the creatures of the deep within the...
It's... Yes!
Oh, you're not allowed to tell him, Chef!
Thank you, Chef.
Shit! He had
the Mediterranean Trench.
He had like 3/4 of a second left. You can't do that to me, Chef. You can't do that.
You can, definitely.
All right, next question. Blue is to water as blank is to the sun.
Well, it's all just, fake. I mean, it could be orange or yellow or red. It's all,
Pick a color.
I'm going to say purple.
You are messing this up because blue is to water as blank is to sun.
Black hole.
Oh my god.
How's it feel, sir?
I'm cutting you off, you son of a bitch.
Yellow.
That is incorrect because the sun ain't afraid of nothing. See, I was like, come on, man, just hand this one to me. I got you, baby.
I could have just stuck it with the black hole sun.
I know, right? Fuck. Can't call the sun yellow. Next question.
Don't call Marty McFly yellow either.
An echidna is a mammal. True or false?
True.
That is correct. Next question. Who was the creator of the American flag?
You mean who sewed her, like Betsy Ross?
Yeah, that is correct. Next job. Nice job. Nice job. Next question. Nice question. Next job. The Marianas Trench is to Mount Everest as cold is to blank.
The walk-in freezer at work?
That is incorrect.
Have you ever been in the walk-in freezer?
The Marianas Trench, being opposite of Mount Everest, is as cold is to the opposite of cold.
Like the Sahara Desert? Are you looking for the Sahara Desert?
No, I'm looking for a specific word. It's got 3 letters.
Hot?
Oh, incorrect. It's Chris Evans because Chris Evans is hot. Next question.
You been watching Chris Evans movies?
So this is what happens when I have to come up with questions in like 10 minutes. Oh, man. Cindy has 4 apples. Ken has 3 apples. Daniel needs 2 apples, and Scott needs 1 apple and to shut the fuck up. How do you get Scott to shut the fuck up?
You punch him in the lip.
That is correct. I was hoping for maybe a creative use of apple, but I'll take a straight punch. I mean, that sends a very clear, direct, and powerful message. All right, next question. But why male models?
Space Cupcake does say that Chris Evans is hot. Is that an American ass?
That's an American ass, baby.
What about supermodels?
But why male models?
I mean, why not?
That's correct enough. That was one of those. I'm just going to ask this and see what he says. Next question. On May 19th. Ooh, this one's actually going to test your film trivia history. Are you ready?
Yes.
On May 19th, 1995, Braveheart hit the cinemas and stole the hearts of Americans by storm.
And my mom. Stole the heart of my mom.
Oh, me too, baby. I still watch that once a year. Many historians lament the film's release, challenging its historical accuracy. Who was the son of King Edward the Longshanks?
It wasn't it was that fucking other guy. The little...
It was the other guy. You know.
You know, the funny prince. The one that went in the...
Funny prince, is that what you said? Is that what your mom called him?
Yes. Because you want to touch... You want to...
You fucking killed me with that. Stop the timer. I'm dead. It was also King Edward II.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Was it Robert E. Bruce?
Prince Edward. What, the funny one? Was that what she called the funny prince?
Because, you know.
Oh my god.
He liked other guys.
He was just a little funny that way.
Your
Your mom's a saint, and I love your mom.
Again, I grew up in a different time.
Yes, indeed. All right. Last question. You're on question 10. Tell me, what will Lone Pine's Blueberry Sparkler American Sour do to me? But you must use your best Yoda impression.
I don't want to use a Yoda impression.
But use your Yoda impression you must.
It will pucker your butthole. It will.
I'll take it, man. I'll let you off the... by your butthole. It will shrink it.
It will make you go,
And people are like, people have already done gross Yoda, guys. This isn't an original joke. It's time for the Power 5 to end. But I'll tell you guys what, we love you for sitting through it anyway. That was fun. Nice. We learned a lot. That was a good time. The funny prince, dude. That was it's. As soon as you said that, I'm like, there's no way he made that up. Yeah, man. My mom loved that movie.
She did. She loved that movie. She does.
It doesn't get much more perfect than that. That's great.
She was
good job,
in love with Mel Gibson. I think the fact that Mel Gibson turned out to be a bigot has kind of chased her away from Mel Gibson. Now she's into the Outlanders. The Outlander.
People were really pissed off at him. He said some outlandish shit. And you know what though? I agree with the South Park perspective on this, which is say what you want about the man, but nobody can write a narrative like him. No one knows narrative like Mel Gibson. And they're like, yeah, he's fucking crazy, but God, does he make good films? Braveheart is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I love that movie. Everything about it is great.
Did you watch The Bruce?
I did watch The Bruce.
What'd you think of it? Because it was partially posted. Wasn't it like not officially, but unofficially sequel to it? Because they actually did get the guy that played The Bruce to come back and play The Bruce again. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, from Braveheart.
Yeah.
And if none of you have ever seen Braveheart, it's a long ass movie, but it is worth the watch at least once.
It's what if Scotland was America? Is what it is, and it's great. It's a great movie.
Then the following year, didn't he try to do
Patriot?
The Patriot.
And it wasn't the next year, but it wasn't long after that. I feel like
everybody
Patriot
was
one of
like,
his big projects.
Not as pumped as it was for Braveheart.
I feel like the Patriot was a little bit ridiculous of a movie. Like it wasn't that it was terrible. It was just that it
wasn't good.
It was. What is this? So you have Mel Gibson, who plays a former military man for the British, and he lives in the colonies, and he also has like this history of murdering Native Americans, and he kills a lot of people with tomahawks. This guy's really fucked up. It's got who played Joker there? Heath Ledger. Mm-hmm. Heath Ledger's in it. Heath Ledger gets tragically shot and killed at one point in the movie. So spoiler alert.
Great.
And what happens is basically it's Mel Gibson learning how to better and better hack his way through the American Revolution with the tomahawk. And
does he go to the people that he murdered and seek their help?
No, he does not.
Does he get help from the Crazy Irishman?
He does not get help from the crazy Irishman.
It's his island.
It's mine. Yeah, what he needed a crazy a crazy Irish buddy in that movie because it's just too serious. Mel Gibson he got too serious with what he was doing. Braveheart was like the perfect amount of this is kind of ridiculous, but that charging scene was fucking awesome. The Patriot kind of took a lot of the stuff that was like the awesome parts and he said, that's what I'm gonna do. And then he made The Patriot, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
No go.
The Americans want to watch me hack people up with an axe and watch some Minutemen go to work. And guys complain in the woods.
That does not sound Australian.
That is not a very good Mel Gibson impression.
No.
I will say that's a very poor impression of him.
Do you think Mel Gibson still has a Australian accent?
You know, I'd like to imagine that maybe in like a subtle way, but I feel like the guy is a professional actor. I mean, what accent truly is Mel Gibson's accent now?
America.
Maybe. God, I hope so. You're welcome for all the American U.S. bucks, there, fella. You come live in our Californias and make your little moving pictures, and we'll pay you good money.
Do you think Chris Hemsworth still lives in Australia, or does he come over here and just film?
I have no idea. I actually have no clue what like the current celebrity scene is. But nor was I ever really into that sort of thing. I never knew much about the celebrities that I liked, which was probably a good thing. And then they invented the internet, and I'm like, oh shit, Chuck Norris, what the hell, man?
See, you're a better man than I do. I go straight to the nudie pictures.
Oh, dude. So like,
Chris Hemsworth, nudie pictures are great.
So I'm about to date and embarrass myself, but I grew up, and one of the shows I grew up Catholic. This is my favorite joke. I grew up Catholic, and I love martial arts. So obviously, my dad and I watched Walker, Texas Ranger, and it was an awesome show. I really enjoyed it. It's unwatchable now. Please don't go watch it and then judge me. But back then, it was great. And we loved Chuck Norris. Well, do you remember growing up with like Invasion USA?
No.
And some like this. Oh man, just Chuck Norris movies. And then so Invasion USA is my favorite because Chuck Norris has 4 lines in that movie, and the 4 lines are he looks at the bad guy and says, "It's time to die," and that's about it. And you're like, cool, great character development, Chuck.
I had Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas is right up there. It's a good movie, but. You need Chuck Norris. I mean, Chuck Norris made Sidekicks watchable.
I feel like Chuck Norris had a cartoon.
He did have a cartoon. It was in the 80s, I believe. I think that was like 85.
Remember like the little action figures at the top, Chuck Norris, you push the back button and you go...
Yeah, the karate chop action Chuck Norris. And then you're like, fuck, he does a roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
So, and then we started making memes and the rest was history. I found out in college that he wrote a blog. And when I was in college, that was the time in my life when I was like super, super, super into everything martial arts. Like eat, sleep, and breathe it, man. And
like Dragon Ball.
And so I tried to go read his blog because I had free time because I didn't go to parties. So I'm just sitting there reading Chuck Norris's blog. Cool freshman year, but he went like super evangelical, like Jesus got me off the cocaine, and I really appreciate that about him. And Mary and I forget his wife's name. Mary and I are going to be attending chapel this weekend and running a soup kitchen and also vote Dukakis. You're like, okay.
Well, you know what? Donnie Darko's sister was going to vote Dukakis. Okay.
To be fair, I don't remember who he was. He was supporting like the ultra right wing like evangelical people. Like a Huckabee. He was a Huckabee guy. He was a big Huckabee guy, which he can believe whatever he wants. But just being me, you're like, I didn't expect this out of Chuck Norris. Although I guess I probably should have figured it out watching Walker, Texas Ranger, because he's like, I gotta get wholesome and I gotta make a show. I'm gonna teach the kids how to be respectful, but also I'm going to play a Native American when I have 84 Native American actors in the show I could choose from.
Now he does stupid cameos.
and now he knows. Van Damme is the first martial artist from that era to really own it, I think. To really own that, like, man, you 60.
So, okay, I heard this on the radio, but Van Damme was in Italy not too long ago doing something, and everybody was so distracted that there was this jewelry heist. They took the diamonds and they got away on a Vespa. They got caught later, but it was because Van Damme was in Italy or this small town. But yeah, there was this jewel heist.
So wait, what? He was caught in a jewel heist?
No.
Did I so missed that. You lost me there.
No, he was a distraction.
Drink Sierra Nevada.
So all the
Oh, he was a distraction.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so these people took while he was, in town doing whatever with all the security, they took the advantage of him being there to go rob a jewelry store and get away on a little.
That's a brave criminal to try to steal anything when you know Jean-Claude Van Damme's in town.
Do you think he would stop him?
Because muscles from Brussels don't look at this shit and like it. He's gonna make some changes. I can't do a Jean-Claude Van Damme impression, but I really wish I could. The only impression I can do is his facial expressions because they were great. I have a feeling that he learned how to act as his film career progressed. Because you go watch Bloodsport, and you remember when he gets the strange dust thrown in his eyes? Pretty sure that was Bloodsport. Yeah, that was Bloodsport. He gets blinded by this chalk in the air, this crazy powder from the final guy that he's fighting. And he's trying to act blind, which what do blind people do? That's what he's doing. He's looking all, and he's screaming, and then he'd rub his eyes a whole bunch because that's probably helping. Rubbing this shit into your eyes more. It's like getting bear maced and saying, shit, I better get that in there. That's gonna make it worse. But then he starts jumping around and doing split kicks, and he knocks the guy out, and he wins.
Blindfolded.
Yeah, because he remembered something his master taught him like 10 years ago, or whatever the fuck.
Was it the crane kick?
What's that?
Was it the crane kick?
It was not the crane kick. That was Ralph Macchio and Karate Kid. But
what was the drum move called?
The drum move called? Oh shit! I don't remember. I recently watched it with my kids, like a year and a half ago. Recent, like that's about where I mean. It was during the pandemic. We were a little bored. We may have gotten into Cobra Kai, which I still think is an awesome show, minus the high school drama part. But that's okay. I'm almost a middle-aged man, so that's acceptable. The crane kick is great because that kick was also illegal. But yet they gave him the trophy.
They gave him the trophy,
man. That was an illegal kick you threw, Danny.
Well, I mean,
piece of shit.
Johnny fucking busted the knee.
Johnny didn't bust the knee. His buddy before him did. And his buddy got DQ'd. And then they were like, sweep the leg.
Queen?
And then they were like, sweep the leg because they knew he'd been injured. And that's when Johnny had to sweep the leg. But he didn't want to do it because he's like, I'm hitting this guy in an injured spot. And the guy's like, sweep the leg. Oh, dude.
Got a problem with that, Johnny?
How far did you get to Cobra Kai?
I'm caught up.
So, how bad were the Vietnam War sequences? I love this show. But guys, what the fuck? What? Okay, tell them about the Vietnam War sequence. I want to hear your take. Because we both know they were bad, but I want to hear why you think those particular scenes were terrible.
I didn't think of it either way. I wasn't like, oh my god, this is terrible. I was like, okay.
They looked like they're in the jungles of Vietnam and they're wearing like really cheap and bad BDUs. And that this was clearly filmed in like the backyard of somebody's property. like yeah, you guys can use the woods out back. You can I have some old costumes you can put on. Dig a hole and just like punch each other and we'll film it. And that's basically what it was. I don't
think it was that bad.
I thought it was awful looking. But they were trying to explain the origins of is it Creed? No. What's his name? I think it's Kreese. I'm sorry.
Creed is
yeah, Creed's a kind of a different guy.
Different guy, different time.
Yeah. Different man in a different hour. What's the best Rocky?
4.
Oh my fucking man. Yes. And it's like Rocky 1 is the best Rocky. Well, I'll tell you what. No, it's not.
I liked 5 for a long time. I like 3 is another one of my favorites. I do like 5 as well because everybody's like that's a terrible one. He goes into the street match and he boxes Johnny Gunn, and you know what? I like it when he's like, anytime, any place, name the place. He's like, this is my ring.
This is my ring.
And bam, a street fight pursues.
So I have to say that that Rocky 1 was like, well, I was trying to watch this with my half sister, and if you haven't watched Rocky 1, I actually do suggest you go watch it. There's a lot of tropes, but I was trying to convince somebody to watch it, and we went to watch it, and Rocky's really date rapey. It kind of throws off the whole vibe of the film.
Maybe that's why they broke up at the end.
Maybe. I don't think they did. She didn't leave Paulie, she died. That's Rocky Balboa, which was, to me, the best sequel. I think it goes 4, 1, Balboa. And I'm going to put those in the same tier. 1, because it's a classic, but minus the date rape stuff.
I like 3. 3 is great.
3 is still good.
I mean, because that's the real friendship between him and Creed. Mm-hmm. And he was going through a lot. And that's where you get the Eye of the Tiger. Mm-hmm. The Eye of the Tiger comes in, and I love the ending. I love the ending of, like, you know, when they're down in the basement, and they're like, "You want me to ring the bell, or do you?"
Ding, ding.
And then it stops. And
we know about ding, ding. Gotta have your mouth guarded.
And then, you know, the best part about it is they reference that fight in Creed 1. I haven't seen Creed 2, and like I'll get around to it. They're not.
I saw it. I've forgotten everything about it.
But they reference it, from what I remember, they do reference that fight in Creed 1. Oh, that's not what I heard. I heard there's a third match that happened in the basement. Who came out on the winner on that one? I was just like, it was a good little jab to that whole like ending scene.
Oh man, no, that was cool that they brought that back. I will say, so every Rocky movie was good in its own right. At least in the era it was made, and like the age we were, they were good. Oh yeah, oh absolutely, there, fella.
Can I get a?
Here you go.
What?
The
Can I get a?
I will say, I think Rocky 4 had the best montages, and specifically the best training montages. Mm-hmm. Maybe
the Getting Stronger montage was probably the best one.
Hearts on Fire, I think.
Hearts
on fire, fever's rising. Ah. Yeah, that was good shit, man. And then he's like running up a mountain, and the KGB are trying to follow him in a car, and they just drive into a snowbank because, of course, the Russians don't know how to drive in the winter.
No, not at all.
And then they get out of the car and they just look at each other and go, ha, 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 ha.
Did you know that?
Did
you know that? Oh my God, the guy that played Drago.
Dolph Lundgren.
He's an actual rocket scientist.
Yeah, he has like a PhD.
Yeah, that guy's actually
kind of,
and he's like, I'm gonna act.
He's better than you, and he's better than you, and he's better than you. He's better than all of us.
And he can act.
Yeah, and he can act.
And he's been the Punisher.
Yeah, and yeah, he played the Punisher. He dyed his hair black because that's what passes for Italian now.
It's that naked in like first 5 minutes. The 80s was a different time. They brought in a lot of naked guys.
Universal Soldier. I haven't thought of that movie in a really long time. I'm glad Inner Deviant just saw it because it just I saw that movie one time, and it was fucking awesome. And I don't remember enough about it. I just remember loving it. I think it was in like 6th grade.
That's Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? That's when or am I thinking of Time Cop?
That was Jean-Claude, I believe. I'd have to go back. I just remember loving Universal Soldier.
And your dad wouldn't let you watch it. They didn't want you to know you were watching it.
Here's what my parents really didn't let me watch. They didn't let me watch The Simpsons.
Now you watch The Simpsons with your kids.
Although now what happened? Here's the thing. Here's why I'm a fucking prick, because my kids like watching stuff on YouTube. My daughter watches the occasional Netflix, but they'd rather watch like YouTube stuff. And
I don't blame them.
They're watching like prank shows done by like these like little shithead fucking teenager kids, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm grouchy and this isn't okay. And then I'm like, wow, that's what my dad did to me, and I fucking hated that. So I'm really trying hard not to do it, but it's so hard because the worst one, I don't know the names of these YouTube star kids. But what happens is like they do like a lot of pranks. It's brother sister somewhere in California, you can tell.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Ralph Lundgren.
Oh shit, that's right. Dolph Lundgren was in that. Yeah, I think he was the villain.
Yeah, because he plays a great villain.
He does play a great villain because he does Cold Emotionless Prick extremely well. It's the high chief.
Wasn't he? He was the villain in what was The Expendables?
Yep. He was good in The Expendables too.
Dude,
I did enjoy the Expendables.
I did. One of those movies that like
absolutely
you try to bring back all your old action heroes, and they give you the most stupidest plot. Like you gotta.
Did you see how they brought back Chuck Norris in the second one? That was fucking great. So if you haven't seen The Expendables 2, we're gonna close this out with a Chuck Norris story because it's 9:55 and we didn't have a subject. So that's what you get.
Chuck Norris
is you get Chuck Norris stuff. So they build up this guy's mystique, and they walk into a room with like 20 dead soldiers.
He was like the lone wolf.
Yeah, he's playing like a lone wolf McQuaid sort of deal, and he kills people. And so later in the movie, Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren and some female mixed martial artist, and because you really gotta pull them in, and a few other action heroes. They're all pinned down by like fucking artillery fire, tanks rolling in, fucking militias coming after them. Like they are stuck. And then all of a sudden, a tank fucking explodes. Helicopter goes out of the sky. Bunch of guys start dying left and right. Nobody knows what's going on. It's sheer and utter chaos. And after like 7 or 8 seconds, everybody's fucking dead. And then Chuck Norris stands up from behind a hill. And then goes like that. It was absolutely perfect, and they could have done that better, and that made me a happy little man. That was good self-awareness.
Yeah, I those were fun. I did enjoy the Expendables more so than I thought to. Kind of like the John Wick series. I didn't think I was gonna like those. I didn't even want nothing to do with those, and then I watched them. I was like, these are not half bad. They're action packed, full of like, there's the plot. You killed my dog. Now I'm gonna go kill you. I'm like,
see, everybody loves retribution when there's an animal involved. Everybody loves it. They're like, he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, he can backflip over that guy, break his arm, and shoot him in the head. That's fine. I have no problem with that. In fact, 50 more of them, line him up, send him in. He's got a pen. Oh fuck.
Long dart.
We were okay with that, but like if like some guy had walked by and like kicked his kid's stroller and like his kid had fallen over and like knocked some teeth out and it was like a $2,000 dentist bill to fix his kid's teeth or something, people would have been like, why is he doing that to these people? But no, they killed his fucking dog.
It's like Falling Down. Ever seen the movie Falling Down?
I don't think I have.
Michael Douglas has a bad day, and it just goes bad day all the way down.
Oh, well, shit, how does it end? How does it start and how does it end?
Shit day.
Okay. Bad day at work.
Suicide by cops.
And there were a series of choices made.
But that's the beginning of the movie and the end.
You ever go to work and then just not really go in thinking that you're about to get shot by like a .40 caliber?
I mean, there's
Glock 20, Glock 22,
there's a lot that happened throughout
pistol.
that movie. But you asked me, give you the rendition. That's how the movie ended and started. It started, bad day.
It's a bad day, and it only got worse.
It did.
I haven't seen it. So, like, how does he die and shoot up by cops? Like, how does he navigate that?
Cops.
Excuse me.
Suicide by cops.
Well, why does he commit suicide by cop?
Because he was getting, like, that bad of a day.
He was getting a lot of shitty emails and just, like...
His wife, I guess, like, I can't really remember. It had something, like, I think his wife was, like, divorcing him. It was his kid's birthday. He can't make it to the kid's birthday. He fucking comes across this neo-Nazi fucking piece of scum. Realizes, he was also, like, a child. And then he kills him, so now he's wanted for fucking, like, murder. By the end of, like, the thing, he's, like, he has, like, his daughter's stuffed animal and a bag full of weapons. And he pulls out, like, a squirt gun. And, like, the cops just mow him down.
Oh my god. Somebody had a lot of fun writing that fucking movie if that's how it went.
It was just...
Somebody came home and be like, you know how fucked up my day was, Diane? I'm going to tell you how fucked up my day was in 26,000 characters. That's how I'm going to do it. Fuck Twitter.
Fuck Twitter.
Oh.
Well, thank you for hanging out with the Nonsense Show and giving you some show updates. So, Mandatory Overwatch is going to be on Saturdays. I don't know if you're thinking, I don't think we pull in enough people to do really a 2DM unless we're really bored one night and you're just like, hey, I'm just going to take that off schedule and we'll be a random 2DM. I've been really off of the phone because I had quids out here, so I haven't got any updates, and then I worked all day yesterday as well.
You've had a tough schedule around which to do much evening stuff, I would definitely say. But you're switching to mornings. We'll see how it goes. You know me. I'm easy, baby. We'll make it work.
You're always easy.
Always
easy.
But,
so for all the YouTube people, thanks for hanging out. Enter Deviant, play us out. For all those who are gonna hang out, we're gonna hang out. Look at that rhyme!